Hello, hello, hello. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me put some music. All right, but welcome on in. Okay, hopefully this isn't too loud. Video game bangers part 4. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me turn that down on my end, but okay. Okay, we should be good. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so for today's stream, I'll be honest with everybody. I'm not gonna be streaming for very long tonight because something came up that it's something I have to take care of before the end of the night. So I think for tonight's stream, we're only gonna stream for a short amount, for like maybe about an hour-ish. But I have something that I do want to work on, and I figured I might as well challenge myself to see if I could get started on this. So what I want to do is we're gonna be playing around with some concept stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of like jump right into it. Let me just pull up something real quick. Like, I was debating if I wanted to stream, but I was like, no, I actually want to get something done because this is something I've been meaning to work on. So I figured, like, might as well get this done. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull up a reference, so don't mind me. I'm just pulling up a couple of references. If I can just, okay, by the way, the internet is also really slow, so that might also be an issue. Let me see if I can pull up a reference. But for today, ooh, okay, actually this might work. For tonight, I'm gonna be playing around with a concept that I want to just experiment with. So you're probably gonna be wondering, what the hell are you putting? And it's like, don't worry, you'll know. And let me, all right. I might make that other image a little bigger. So this is kind of like a casual, you're ready to VTube as Slippy and Star Fox. I'm probably not gonna be using that technology, but I wouldn't be surprised if like suddenly a lot of people on Twitch start playing around with it. You know, there's gonna be people that are gonna fuck around with that shit. That's really funny though. Okay, you're probably wondering, why are there ponderings or mochi donuts here? So here's the reason why. I had an idea for something that I want to like kind of play around with, and I kind of need this as a reference. Okay, so I have these here. Okay, so the way I want to go about this is, okay, so we're gonna start with just a basic circle. This is a concept. Actually, let me, I drew a little bit in the sketchbook. Oh my god, you thought it was that? Okay, I can kind of see what you're going for, but like, no, these are mochi donuts. Some people call them ponderings, but they're also called mochi donuts. And I have this idea, but I have to mess around with some stuff. But I have an idea that I want to do. And this is kind of like an early concept, so luckily you get to see a little bit of early concept. Okay, I think this should be... Okay. Okay. I just have like this idea and I'm kind of wanting to mess with it. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Yeah, no, wait, we'll do it like this. Actually, I think this might work better. Yeah, it's like a sweet. It's like usually a sweet. I think they also make savory versions, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly associated as like a sweet. Okay, now I could do this. Boom, and then we could just move it here. Oh, okay, there we go. Actually, that's pretty good. Okay. Wait, actually, let me I mean, this is like an early concept, so I could always mess around with it. Okay. But I think this looks good. I'm gonna merge these up. Actually, I'll leave one basic. Okay. I'm just gonna do base sketch. Oh, McDonald's had these for a while. It was more of a glazed donut. Yeah, they do kind of. I've had these before. Like, obviously, it has the same consistency as a donut. I think they're meant to be a little bit more soft. Well, I guess it depends, because I think in some cases, some of them are more like softer and chewier, and then some of them are a little bit more firmer, you know? Okay. Okay, so so I'm gonna edit this a little bit. I'm gonna mess around with this just a little bit. But there is a reason I wanted to kind of experiment on this, and I kind of want to make another. Actually, yeah, let's make another one. I did pull this one out. I'm gonna put this one over here. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this correctly, but okay. Oh, hi, welcome on in. I am doing a little this is gonna be a little bit of a short stream, but I'm doing a little kind of experiment. Like, I'm kind of just trying to sort of challenge myself because I'm trying to challenge myself, so I'm gonna be doing like a little bit of a short art stream tonight, but I am also experimenting with a design idea that I have in mind, and it involves mochi donuts. Okay. I might have to do something here. I've never had one, but I love regular donuts. Yeah, I've had these. Some of them are made to be a little bit more softer, but there are some that are a little bit more like, how do I say, a little bit more firmer, but they're pretty good. Actually, I think doing it like this might be the best. Okay, you know what? I think I know what I gotta do. Okay. Okay, we got something. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, sorry, I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm like just trying to, I'm not trying to speed run this, but like, since I won't be able to stream like too long, I would like to just sort of see how, you know, without getting too distracted. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay, so that's a heart shape. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna do this because I can. Oh, okay. All right, let me save this. I'm just gonna save this real quick. Might have to mess around with like the resolution a bit, but he should be good. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, wait. You know, I forgot I made you a mod rely. Oh my god. I'm like, oh lord. I'll be honest, I actually do need to learn how to like time people out, just like not for any particular reason, but like I actually always forget how to do it, so I'm like, shit, how do I do it again? Oh my god. It's 30 seconds. Oh my god. Okay, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny. Okay. All right, let me just go through this. So I have these two base designs. I got these two base designs. All right. Actually, I want to make this one a little bit bigger. I have an idea. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna actually duplicate one of the designs. And I want to get it to the consistency, the same consistency. I would say, I think this one might be a little bit too bright. All right. Maybe make it just a little bit. Okay. All right. And then what I would like to do is, let me see. I want to do one other thing. We're gonna make this a different color. I want donuts now. Oh my gosh. When I was on my trip, so I don't live anywhere near a Krispy Kreme, but the place I was at, like during my family trip, had like a Krispy Kreme, And of course, I had to take advantage because it's like, I'm only going to be on the trip for a short time. Like, I can't say no to Krispy Kreme. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think outside of like a Dunkin' Donuts, unfortunately, I don't think, well, there's actually, you really can. Yeah. Krispy Kreme, I feel like the closest one to me is like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 states away from me. And it's like, damn. Okay. All right, now this is where I'm gonna do something a little bit funky. So, oh, you know what? Let me bring this up. Okay. I'm gonna do something a little bit funky. This is just an experiment. I always wanted to try baking them myself, but frying with oil scares me. No, I definitely understand that. I'm lucky my dad has an a fryer, like not an air fryer. We have an air fryer, but he has like an actual fryer that he that during the summertime he actually likes to pull it out to like make like this tasty fried fish. But I also understand, like, yeah, it can be intimidating. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up real quick because this is actually very important. Okay. This is like the easiest way I could work with this. So this is an art I did, like, I've done this art and posted it online. I'm just gonna remove the background for a sec. And I'm gonna flatten the image. And I'm doing a little experiment. Okay. It's gonna look really weird, but just trust the process. Yeah, no, this looks a little weird, but yeah. Oh yeah, my oven has an air fryer setting. I could try making donuts that way. I think, actually, you probably could. It would depend on how you would utilize the recipe, but I'm sure, I think depending on what your air fryer setting is, you should be able to do something like that, yeah. Let me see. I think I'll put you down here. All right, this definitely looks a little janky, but I promise if this is just like more of a concept I'm messing around with. I'm gonna learn why I draw with you, but I see the vision. It's so cute. Thank you. Thank you. This is like an idea I want to do, to either turn it into like a sticker or possibly like a magnet as well. Like, obviously this is more playing around with the concept. I think in the final, if I were to actually make this like going in like the actual design process, I would probably draw like the actual Pokemon on the thing. But I wanted to like play around with like the design, like mess around with it. So this definitely looks a little like jank as fuck. But it is definitely like a design process. Okay. Oh. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take a phone call. All right. Okay. Okay. I've never, to be honest, there's actually like this concept. I did do a sketch on my sketchbook, but it was one of those things where I was like, okay, let me actually do like something on like digitally, because I haven't really done a lot of stuff digitally like in a while. So I was like, let me actually get a concept stuff. Let me get some stuff rolling. And I figure I might as well just do like a quick prototyping like of the concept. And then once I kind of have the vision or the idea laid out, then probably like the next step would be to like kind of just actually do the process. And sorry, I'm like blanking out. And basically I would actually like draw everything, like draw things out. I mean, I've drawn this before, so you know, this is like I've drawn this before. I drew it myself, but obviously like for the final version, it's gonna be like a completely fully drawn, not just like I'm copying pasting like what I have here. But this is also a nice way to like prototype stuff, so it's like it's a nice way to like mess around. All right. Oops. Let me just grab this. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. And then I do need to add, maybe I should add. Oh, I did finish it the other day, so maybe I might as well add the water starter as well. The newest one. Oh yeah, I should probably just let people know. Tomorrow I will be streaming Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. And then I'm not going to be streaming this weekend because Saturday I might have to go out with my dad to take care of something actually really important. And then Sunday, because Sunday is Mother's Day, I'm going to be spending that with my mom. And next week, I haven't figured out next week yet. There's a part of me that's like, it's gonna depend on how I feel. I will say, I'm glad that I think this time, it's one of those things where on the one hand, I do like the time that I stream. It just sucks when I have, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, if my work wasn't one of those, like, oh, I have to get up super early, it would be a little bit more convenient, but for the most part, I don't hate it. Like, I actually think this is a perfect time for me because it's not too, I mean, it is like late, but it's not super late for me. So I think it's like one of those things where I'm actually okay with it. You know what? Let me try putting this guy. I think I should put him over here. And then I'll move this guy. Okay, and then just for the hell of it, I did just finish this. So I might as well add Girly Pop as well. Okay, how the fuck do I fit you? Okay. I'm gonna have to mess around a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna put her up here. Okay, it's probably not the most, like, I might have to, like, respace it a bit better. I'm sure I... Okay, I think this might be a little better. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do, let's do this, and I want to add a little bit of shine to it. Okay. All right, I forgot I have this up here. And I might do a little experiment with the... Okay, and then usually... Alright, whenever they make these... Okay. Okay, so this is the part where I add a few extra little... Oh, you know what? Let's get a little colorful. Actually, don't I have a brush for this? I think I might, actually. Okay, never mind. I thought I did, but never mind. Or was it the other one? Okay, never mind. I'll just do it by hand. It shouldn't be that hard anyways. Okay. Okay, and then I say for the donut, I think there needs to be another shade. Okay. And then I would say actually now I'm curious. Oh, you know what? Actually, I need to oh man. Sorry, I'm like out of it. Oh, you know what? Okay, okay. All right, I see. I see. Okay. Okay, this is actually a nice concept. I like where this is going. Okay. Let me try the heart one. Let's make this one a little bigger. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little longer. I'm gonna make this a little bit more whiter. Actually, I think I should stick with the same shade. I think for the pink I might have to go with like a more like a slightly lighter pink. Oops. There we go. Also, might as well experiment on another thing. I'm trying to like do a little bit of the ice cream, the icing drip. All right. Oh, that looks really cute. Okay. My bad, my bad. Okay. Okay, I can see what I could do with this. Let's add, I want to add some stuff to this. Okay, I think pretty soon I'm gonna have to start getting going, but let's check this out. Like I said, this is like one of those things where it's like normally I'm not the type to normally do this, but I wanted to like just experiment with this. Plus, I think I already have like an idea of what I would like to do. Okay, let's try like a heavier pink. Yeah, baby. Okay. Okay, let's try like what about like this golden yellow? Okay. Are they also put like these little, oh, I don't think people are gonna be able to see that. Okay, people are not gonna be able to see that, so I would have to oh, you know what, wait. Oh wait, that doesn't look okay. I was thinking of like chocolate, like, you know what? Oh, you know what? Make it heart shape. Like little tiny chocolatey hearts. Okay. Okay. Okay, so these would end up being like fridge magnets, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do one quick thing, which is... Okay, and then we paste, and then I have another one, and then I'm gonna paste another one. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, just to do a little trick, is just to see how it is in a different color. So this is obviously gonna affect the Pokemon. Actually, let's see if I can get... Okay, I'll probably have to like... yeah. That's fine. We'll go for this. It's gonna look a little interesting. And then for this one... Okay. Actually, you know what? Wait. I just realized I can do something else. Nice, nice. All right. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end it here because it's almost time. I have to go take care of some stuff. But I want to say thank you to anybody who came by. Again, I know this is a very short stream. If it wasn't for the thing that I gotta take care of, like, I would have been on for a while, so I apologize if this is like a weirdly short stream. But I did want to also experiment with some stuff. I wanted to work on a few things, so I'm glad I was able to do this. Like I said, tomorrow I will be streaming Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, and then I won't be streaming until next week. I'll probably put in a couple of art streams next week because there are things I am wanting to work on. That being said, this month I am going to be busy with a few things, so there is a chance that I might have to reduce streams to like twice a week. You know, there's a few things happening in my life at the moment that I need to like prioritize. But thank you everybody to stopping by. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow with Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. You guys take care. Bye everybody. Bye bye.